A strange thing happens to almost everyone. You can scroll for hours, talk to friends, plan your future, and still feel a quiet ache, a feeling that something important is missing. It doesn't shout, it whispers, and it usually asks only one question. Is this really all there is for me? For many people, this question shows up during the most ordinary moments, sitting at a messy desk, staring at the ceiling before falling asleep, waiting for your phone to charge, walking home after a long day. And during these moments, the mind plays a cruel trick. You compare yourself to people who look like they've already figured out their path. The entrepreneur who found their passion at 16, the artist who claims they just knew, the friend who seems to wake up with a glowing sense of direction. But here's the hidden truth most people never hear. Purpose rarely appears as a sudden lightning bolt. It usually starts as discomfort, a tiny voice saying, "There is more for you than this." Psychologists call this feeling existential tension, the gap between the life you live and the life you secretly want. But most people push it away because it feels uncomfortable, like a shadow following you around, a shadow made of self-doubt, fear, and the pressure to meet everyone's expectations. Still, the whisper refuses to disappear, because on the other side of that discomfort is the beginning of your purpose. Not the perfect purpose, not the movie-like destiny, just the start. A small spark inside you saying, "I'm meant for something meaningful. I just don't know what it is yet." That spark is enough. It's the door. And today, you finally get to open it.
Most people aren't lost because they lack talent. They're lost because they've been quietly lied to, by themselves, by society, or by fear. Here are the 4 most dangerous lies that block your path. 1. Purpose is one big moment. Many imagine it as a single life-changing discovery, a lightning bolt, a viral success. The truth is, purpose grows like a tree, tiny roots first, small branches later. You start by noticing what sparks curiosity, joy, or even frustration. 2. I need to have it all figured out now. Time pressure is seductive. Social media shows you everyone's highlight reel, and your mind whispers, "Why am I behind?" Psychologists call this temporal anxiety, a fear of not being on schedule. Reality? Your path unfolds over years, and each mistake is fertilizer for growth. 3. It must make money immediately. The world tells us purpose equals profit, but most meaningful things, art, science, community work, start with a spark, not a paycheck. Monetization often comes later once your work resonates with others. 4. I'm not enough. The harshest lie is self-doubt. You'll feel unqualified, incapable, or too ordinary. Here's the secret. Being human is enough. Your perspectives, experiences, and quirks are the unique lens the world needs. These lies are invisible traps. They feel true because they echo in your mind during quiet moments, like a whisper that becomes a roar. But here's the bright side. Once you recognize them, the fog lifts. Suddenly, the tiny spark inside you, the one that whispered, "There is more," starts to glow brighter, and the path forward becomes clearer. Not perfect, not fully mapped, just real, approachable, and waiting for your first small step. Every person who finds their purpose started by noticing these lies, questioning them, and taking one tiny action anyway. Your spark doesn't need approval. It just needs attention.
What if I told you the map to your purpose already exists inside your mind? It doesn't come on paper. It's not handed down by a mentor. It's coded in the patterns of your curiosity, the things that make your heart race, and even the problems that frustrate you the most. Think about it. When was the last time you lost track of time doing something you loved? Maybe it was drawing, helping a friend, writing, building, or even just reading about a topic until your eyes hurt. Those are breadcrumbs, tiny signals pointing toward what truly matters to you. Psychologists call this intrinsic motivation, the silent engine that pushes you toward fulfillment without needing approval, reward, or recognition. Purpose often hides behind these intrinsic desires. You don't find it in the noise of what others value. You find it in the quiet whispers of what you can't stop caring about. Here's how to decode your hidden map. Track your curiosity. Notice which topics, questions, or problems pull you in. Write them down. Revisit them. Patterns will emerge. Notice emotional peaks. When do you feel alive, frustrated, or deeply satisfied? These emotional spikes mark where your purpose may lie. Identify repeated themes. Look for ideas or activities that keep reappearing in your life. Even childhood passions count. They're the signals you've ignored for too long. Follow small experiments. Take tiny steps to explore these signals. Try one new thing a week. Reflect. Adjust. Purpose isn't found in a single leap. It's discovered through repeated motion. The exciting part, the map isn't rigid. It's flexible, evolving as you grow. You don't need to see the whole path. You just need to see the next step. And each step lights the next one, like fireflies guiding you through the dark. Your spark, the one we saw in section 1, becomes a beacon. It shows you where curiosity meets courage, where frustration meets learning, where small action meets deep fulfillment. You've been searching outside for answers, but the treasure map? It's been inside you all along.
All the insights in the world won't matter unless you move. Purpose isn't a destination, it's a series of small, deliberate steps. Each action fans the spark inside you, slowly transforming it into a flame. Start simple. The smallest steps are often the most powerful. 1. Choose one thing today. It can be tiny. Write a page, call someone, explore a topic. Anything that nudges you toward what you care about. 2. Reflect, don't judge. Notice how it feels. Excitement, fear, frustration. Your emotions are the compass, not a critique. 3. Repeat and iterate. Purpose is like a muscle. It strengthens each time you act, reflect, and adjust. Small movements add up faster than giant leaps. 4. Connect the dots. Over time, your actions form a trail. Patterns emerge. You'll see the subtle architecture of your purpose taking shape. Here's a secret psychologists have found. Action breeds clarity. You rarely discover purpose sitting still. Movement creates insight. Trying creates direction. Experimentation sparks revelation. Imagine your spark from section 1 again. At first, it flickered faintly inside your chest. Now, with small steps, it's glowing brighter. Your map from section 3 is no longer hidden. It lights the path. The shadows of fear, doubt, and comparison start shrinking.
The fog clears, and your first step feels like a tiny victory, but it's a victory that compounds. And here's the most beautiful part. You don't need the whole path. Purpose unfolds organically, like a flower blooming one petal at a time. Each day, each decision, each curiosity-driven action adds another petal. Eventually, you'll look back and realize you've grown into something meaningful, your own version of purpose. So here's the challenge. Notice the spark. Acknowledge it. Take one small step today, because that's how whispers turn into roars. That's how sparks become flames. That's how you finally find your purpose.